If you will, open your Bibles to Matthew 4. And I just want to highlight one thing. This is after Satan came and tempted Jesus. And then it says that the angels came and ministered unto him at verse 12. Now when Jesus had heard that John was cast into prison, he departed into Galilee. Leaving Nazareth, he came and dwelt in Capernaum, which is upon the seacoast in the borders of Zebulun and Naphtali, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by Isaiah the prophet, saying, these are the two verses specifically with emphasis on verse 16, the land of Zebulun, the land of Naphtali, by the way of the sea beyond Jordan, Galilee of the Gentiles. The people which sat in darkness saw great light, and to them which sat in the region and shadow of death, light is sprung up. Now, that's the direct quote out of Isaiah 9, and in context, a prophecy, of course, pointing to Christ, to this time, speaking obviously of those Jews that sat in darkness and death until the time of the coming of Christ. But I thought, how wonderful, as I taught this morning out of Psalm 91 and spoke of those things that are called darkness, how wonderful that we can even take this prophecy fulfilled by Christ and make it something that applies to us. The people which sat in darkness saw great light. Thank God that we're able to see the light. And a lot of times, these type of prophecies are just, they're read and they're passed right over because Jesus has come and he came to the people and he was that light. But he still is that light for the people that sit in darkness. And he still is that light for the people that, as it says here, region and shadow of death, light is sprung up. Still the light source. And I was studying for Psalm 91, read this, and I thought, again, God gives us these wonderful pictures. What do you think of when you read verse 16? But Psalm 23, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. And I thought, here it is. We have the prophecy of Christ, speaking of him, that the people that were in darkness, and here's this great light they saw. And here's a promise for us. Sometimes we are in that very veil until the Lord, with his prevenient grace, calls us into that light. But when he does call us, he becomes a light even in the midst of a very dark world. And I thought, just some of these things we read right over. What just a gem of encouragement to any of those people that are wrestling with what they might call their own region of the shadow of death. I love that because it tells me people through the ages have not been immune, and the only immunity to that is Jesus, who has the keys to hell and death, and when we go through those shadows, he's with us. So comfort to you who are feeling like you're just wrestling to get through the door. Comfort to you, a lot of you with prayer requests saying, I feel like I'm in a valley. I feel like I can't get out. I feel like I'm trapped. Especially with 2 or 3 of you calling in for prayer requests for family and friends with drug issues. That can be a shadow for the person going through, but it can be for the people around them. Sick, loved ones that are sick, all the prayer requests. I'm just telling you, there's a great promise right here. Even if you're in darkness, Christ is still your light. Do not forget that, or to paraphrase, don't doubt in the dark what God showed you in the light. Get on the telephone.
Come into this house, magnify the Lord, lift up holy hands, our hearts in one accord, worship and bow down before